All right. Hey, Dynasty Blue, thanks for joining
Good
us.
evening.
Good evening. So, we are back for another week of Inside Marriage. Sent out a couple of invites, but we're really excited that you were able to join us again. Just to talk, real talk about marriage, because we're all in this together, or with each
Yep.
other, we should say. So, yeah, what you got?
Yeah. We are all in this together. Well, actually, it's you and I in this together,
Mm-hmm.
and they're in their thing together. And so, but in terms of doing marriage and how to do it in the way that God would have us do it, we think it's important to do that in a community because a lot of our the things that we share, the joys we share, the struggles we share, we all share community struggles as well. And so it's just good to be able to talk to real people about what's going on because often when things are going well, it's funny. When things are going really well, it's like you don't see anybody, right? It's like you're the only two people in the world.
Mm,
And we've been there.
mm-hmm.
And ironically, though, when things are going badly, it seems like you're the only two people on the world, too. Well, on your world and on everybody else's world, it looks like paradise. Like, wow, it's going really well for them over there. How are they doing it? Why does this suck so bad? Right. So I think it's important for us to be talking about what's real because a lot of what we see out there, it's not real, right?
Right,
It's not. And
right.
so people begin to compare themselves, and we know we're not supposed to compare ourselves amongst ourselves and all that, but people do it, and then they get discouraged
Mm-hmm.
about what they see. When in reality, marriage is very much a matter of the heart,
Mm,
and understanding, you know, really what this is supposed to be and what it's all about. And if you once you begin to understand that, you realize that you don't have to do as much comparing or any comparing really. All you really have to compare yourself to the only standard is, am I doing this thing the way that God has me doing it or would have me to do it? That's it. So yeah, that's
I was
what's up.
just
And we're
noticing
done.
we're
What?
done. You
Yeah,
dropped the pen.
I dropped the pin.
So, yeah, I was just noticing that your microphone is blending into your shirt, but it's also farther away from you, so you might not be as loud as me.
I mean,
Yeah.
but I think
Okay.
I think we're
So,
good.
all right. I think it might be hilarious, Victoria. Thank you for joining us. Why is it going to be
Hilarious.
hilarious?
That's funny.
Tell us more. We're back again at this thing, so hopefully, you are all, you got your popcorn or your chips or something,
Get ready, get ready,
healthy to
get ready.
eat,
So
healthy to eat to snack on for the few minutes that you're joining us tonight. But
healthy
I
too.
do want to know.
Oh,
Oh,
thank you. Thank you
yes,
very
it
much.
was good to see you at Chosen.
Yeah,
So,
thank you for coming. Appreciate seeing you and Jarvis there, Victoria. So that was pretty awesome.
ah,
Well,
hair plus men equals hilarious.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
Okay, we'll see. So if you weren't able to catch us at Chosen last week, we'll be at Chosen again.
Hmm.
I will just be in the house, but this man over here will actually be joining the Purpose Coach Unique Mackey
Yes,
at
sir.
Chosen again this Saturday and every Saturday in October. From what 6 to 7:15? Is that what's listed?
Roughly.
Yeah, from
Yeah,
six
six
to
to
seven
seven
fifteen.
fifteen.
So if you get there at 6, you're right on time. At Chosen at the Adventure Center here in Augusta, and they are talking about really where psychology meets theology. And so it was off the chain last week. And we're looking forward to the next 3 weeks. So if you're able to join us, we'd love to see you. Come on out.
You're too kind. Really,
Yes,
too
yes.
kind.
I'm not too kind. It's true. It's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
So,
Thank you.
Lakeish, I hope you're able to join us. So, yeah, a few of you, thanks for taking a few minutes out. So, yes, let's get to the hilariousness.
The hilarity. Did I have
The
was my
hilarity.
hair like this
No,
last week?
your hair was not like this last week, which
Oh,
prompted this week's topic. Oh, okay. So she says, so it was literally months into our marriage before I ever wrapped my hair and put a scarf on. I was done with the lies.
Wow. Okay. Just jump
You
on in
just
there with both feet, Victoria.
jump right in.
She's so bold.
I love it.
Yeah.
And yes, you're right. I mean, just the topic in and of itself, we could probably go on for like hours. But yeah, I thought, oh yeah, oh yay. Oh, well, that's
Hey.
okay because you got to do what you got to do. There will be a time that you come back, and hopefully, we'll be doing something that you can join us for. So,
Mhm.
yay! So, anyway, as I digress, so why talk hair? And Victoria, you are all over it. Hair is one of those things. Is it something that we even need to talk about? Yes, because in marriage we're doing this thing together, right? And so it's interesting in terms of who we are when we meet, and then who we are when we date, and then who we are once we get married, and then who we are after marriage, and then who we are 10, 5, 10, 20 years later
Yep.
in terms of who we are physically, right? So that's what we're talking about. So we're going to start at the top, from the top to the
I,
toes. What?
were you originally going to say top
Oh,
to the toes? Were you originally going to say that?
I was. I wasn't going
Um.
to say.
Okay.
What were you going to say?
I, I thought you were going to say something different.
Oh, Gloria says she doesn't see us yet.
Gloria doesn't see us.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is
That
she?
must mean Gloria's on the wrong page.
Is
Oh,
she?
Lakina. Ah,
Hey,
yay.
Lakina.
Welcome,
Where's
welcome.
Lakina?
Huh?
Where's Lakina?
She's here.
Okay. Hey,
Okay.
Lakina. All
Well,
right.
she was.
Okay.
I mean, well, it looks like you're here. Anyway, so hair. So about hair. So yes, so Mike went back to his original look. So this is what he was actually, this is how he was minus this
Hmm.
when we met.
That's
So
right.
he had like no hair. There she is. He had no facial hair whatsoever. It was just skin and eyebrows.
Yeah. I look kind of like I like a boxer. Yeah.
You didn't look like a
I
boxer.
didn't.
Well, I mean, I guess, because your head was kind of strong.
Yeah, I
Because
had
you were
like
doing a lot
much.
of working out.
Yeah, my jawbone was carved out in the head, like it kind of
Yes.
pulsated sometimes. Cause
Yeah, it did.
yeah,
It did. And so he was bald when we met, and my hair was actually short when we met.
yeah,
Um,
shorter than what it is right now. I think.
yeah, I think so. It may have been a little bit shorter. It's time for a haircut. So
Mhm.
I bring that up to say that for other people that met us later in life, they saw me with long hair and Mike with hair. And so this was a big change. So when he decided to go back to his roots,
Aha! Boom, boom. You so crazy.
go back to his
You
roots,
so
back to
crazy.
how he looked when I met him. It was not a surprise for me. In fact, I mean, we did have a discussion about it, and
Mhm.
I thought it was funny. Hey, Andrea's out there. I thought
Hey,
it was funny
sis.
that he says he was going to do it, but he wanted to wait until I was ready. So
Mhm.
tell me about that.
Well, I mean, honestly, I've been ready to do it for shoot. I mean, probably
Mm-hmm.
better than a year now, but I wasn't. You know, you were really instrumental in. You encouraged me. I think, or basically, what you said is you wanted to see what I look like with hair, and
Yes.
so I was like, well, okay. You know, that was years ago, and
Right.
and I was really kind of my bald head. Listen, y'all got to understand that. I mean, you know, with hair, in the military, it was one thing, but when I went bald, there was just something that happened. The room changed.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, yeah. And so I was in command like that. And I just kind of went all the way through, I don't
Yeah.
even know, for years. I just kind of kept that look. And I didn't need a barber, at that time. Even though Dex,
No.
if you pick this up, I still need you, bro. So,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but at that time we were traveling a lot and all these different places, so it was easy to buy a pack of razors, cut it, and I thought it gave me kind of
An
an
edge.
edge, right? An edgier type look. And so when you said you wanted me to try something different, I was very hesitant about that. But I
Yeah.
figured, hey, what won't you do for love, right?
Right.
So
Well, and the whole idea was just a softer look, right? So
right,
something just a little different, a little
and I
softer,
would willingly go with a softer.
softer look.
No,
I mean, because well, I mean, at that point he had me, right? So what did he have to lose? And so what was interesting was I could not remember if when we got married, if you had hair or you didn't.
I did not.
You did
right?
not?
I don't know.
Ah, so
I don't
funny,
think I
right?
did.
Because I was like, I think he was bald at our wedding, but Mike is honestly the only person that I know that really kind of looks the same, whether he has hair or not. I mean, and it
That's
was
funny.
like really strange. So he grew hair, and it was like, wow, it's like the same. It's like the same. So anyway,
So,
a couple people have joined us. Jarvis Wilson actually
hey,
is watching
Jarvis.
from his own device.
Hey, what's
Yay!
up, Jarvis? Good to have you.
Lakina is actually there, and let me see. Oh, Opal. Yes,
Opal
Opal.
Blanding. Where's
Yay!
Felipe?
Hey,
Get
Opal.
Felipe on
Felipe.
here.
So to
So,
answer that question, I actually pulled out our wedding photo.
what surprises? Is that a fade?
That is a fade.
Let me see. Who cut my hair? They had me looking a little bit military right there too. I don't know if
Yeah,
I
it
love
was a
it,
military cut.
but I don't know if
So
I love
hold
it.
on. Oh, there we go. So this is a picture. Oh, here you can hold it.
All right.
Yeah, this is a picture from our wedding day. Okay. So as you can see, even when I just asked him if he had hair, because I was like, I can't remember. I had to pull out a picture. And then I
Wow.
just asked Mike, and he's like, no,
Wow, I sold out early. I've been
you
telling
sold out
people,
early.
I've been telling people that I grew my hair back like when the girls were babies or whatever.
Right. No,
I
it
saw
was
it.
early
That picture was taken
on our wedding day.
less than a year after we started dating.
Less than a year. We got married less than a year after we started dating.
Wow,
But the
that's
other
crazy.
person in that picture also had hair, but it was short hair.
Mm, oh yeah, I remember. Oh, look at her.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is we kind of went full circle with our looks. And so what's the point? Why are we talking about it? Well, yeah, a lot of things. So Victoria said, it was a while before she went ahead. Oh,
No, no more waves, Vicky. Sorry, no more waves.
look, Opal.
What?
Yes, for the bald head, Mike. Hashtag team hubby no hair.
That's right. I'm joining the club. Let Felipe know. I'm joining the
Mm-hmm.
club.
Mm-hmm.
Wait
It's the thing, and it's funny because Mike,
a minute. I'm joining. Actually, I started the club.
uh,
I'm getting back into the club.
Deborah Reed, thank you for
Hey,
joining
Deborah.
us. You started the club. Well,
I
I
mean,
mean, people don't know that you started the club because you've been out of the club for
right.
like 20 something
Time for me
years.
to take the
So
title back. Anyway,
does it matter, right? So Mike was bald when I met him. I fell in love with him. He had no hair. He grew hair only because I said try something different. Then he kept it for like forever. And so now we come full circle, and he doesn't shave it again until he believes that I'm okay or that I'm ready. I
okay.
find that to be quite interesting because um, here's a question for you all that have joined us. How much of a difference does it make? Is that clear enough?
Yeah, I mean, well, how much of a difference does it make to you, and how much of a difference does it make to your significant other?
Right.
Because
So we always like to pit you not against each other, but separate questions for separate people, right? Because the third question would be how much of a difference do you think it makes for them?
um,
Right? So how much of a
okay.
difference does it make to you? How much of a difference does it make to them, and how much of a difference do you think it
Well, I
makes?
think question two or three are kind of like the same, depending on whether or not that person is sitting there with them.
Okay, good. Yeah,
And
good
so
point. Good
I'm,
point.
because really, you know, well, how much of a difference does it really make to you? I mean, because I asked you, hey, you know what? Are you ready for me to do this?
Yeah,
Right?
and I
Suppose I
said,
just done it.
well, because you did, right? You asked me what I thought about it. I said, hey, and it took me a couple days, and then I was like, hey, I'm ready when you're ready.
Green
But then
light.
when you did it, you didn't say, I'm leaving right now. I'm going to get my hair cut. I'm coming back.
Yeah,
You
because
just sent me a picture.
that would you said I'm ready. It's kind of like
Right.
if you're ready, you're ready. I mean, why would I then come back
Yeah.
and say, hey, are you sure?
But see,
Because
that's the thing. You think you're ready, and that happens a lot of times with women, right? So
mhm.
they say, I'm going to the hairdresser. You think you're ready. You think you know how they're going to return. And then they come back with, I don't know, they shaved it off and it's blonde. Or they come back and it's different. Let's just be safe.
That's you do that.
Sometimes, but not often. Usually I say I'm going to get a haircut, which is different than a trim. And so I'm making the distinction. But, have you ever just been utterly surprised and like truly caught off guard when I went to get my hair
No,
done.
because I don't get caught up in. I've told you, right, whether it's short, it's long. I kind of like it either way. And so if you
Mm-hmm.
come back and it's dramatically different than it was, which it has been from time to time,
Mm-hmm.
it's like, well, okay, I think that works. And so we just kind of move on from there.
Right. So what essentially, but it took us years to get there. So it sounds
Did it?
easy, right? Yeah, because it was
Mm-mm. Oh, did
are
it?
you sure? Yes. It did take us some years to get to the point where even the question was asked and what he said was because I would ask, well, what do you think about this? Or you think I should cut my hair or you think I should grow it out or whatever. And I wasn't getting absolute answers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then we kind of evolved to the place of it always everything that you do generally looks nice, but what he said was as long as it looks good, I don't care if it's long or short.
I mean, it did not take us. Okay, so
It didn't take
here
time. It
we
wasn't
go
instant.
again. The history changes so much.
Oh
No,
my goodness.
this is
History didn't
it
change.
changed because I told it's like it didn't. I've always said I whatever you got going on,
Mm-hmm.
I like it. I know you're gonna not gonna do anything that's just out there. So
Like
I
what?
mean, I don't know. I've never seen it. So for me now, I may not be average in that way because some people very much some men very much have what they like, what they prefer,
Mm,
right? I want it long, keep it long, right?
yes.
And
And you think they're vocal about it?
oh, absolutely.
Mm.
And don't ask me, ask them, because
So what is your experience? So yeah, send us make some comments. Tell us what your experience has been. So a couple of questions out there. How important is hair? It doesn't require a discussion. And then what has your experience been about preferences and
and
communicating those preferences?
and are we gonna because we're talking about hair, right?
Yeah.
But what we're basically talking about is appearance, preferences in terms of
Mm-hmm.
appearance.
Mm-hmm.
So dare we talk about other things, clothing,
Ah,
weight? Oh,
mm,
did I say
yeah,
weight out loud?
you
Dare we
did.
talk about that? You
I
know,
don't know.
okay.
Should we?
I'll let them determine if y'all want to talk about weight, talk about weight.
Or clothing, or
I
what you
will.
choose to wear
Whatever.
outside of your hair.
Hmm.
So back to hair, but
Yeah.
we're waiting on some comments so we can keep the conversation going. But
Hmm.
yeah, because the thing about women and hair is that a woman will change her hair when they're generally a few times in life that you could count on when there is a significant change in like a job, for example, a significant life event, as they call them, SLEs. But if there's a
They call
significant life change or a
it
significant
SOEs.
life event,
Hmm.
then a woman will change her hair. That
Hmm.
that could be colored, that could be cut, it could be style, but there's a change,
Hmm.
and it signifies a change. And then a change of season, right? So, like, I turned 18, so I now own my own head of hair. I'm gonna do whatever I want. We just
Oh,
experienced that
yeah,
one.
we most certainly did. Whole another
Yes,
story. Okay,
yes.
that's
But with children is another conversation for another time.
yeah.
So turn 18 or 21 or 25 or 40 or 50.
Okay.
Those things. Well, I'm just saying those signify times when a hair change.
Hmm.
You can expect a hair change or having children,
Hmm.
and particularly for sisters because the whole and maybe this is true for my other sisters too. I'm not
Hmm.
sure, but the process of going through having a baby can thin your hair out or thin out the edges or change the texture of your hair,
Okay.
so that may necessitate a change. So anyway, so I'm giving you all of the times when it can be expected that a woman will change her hair or that a woman has changed her hair historically. So
What about those other times? What about
what
like
other
because I can
times?
imagine, right?
Mm-hmm.
Suppose you've had one look for a long time, right? And then all of a sudden, boom, I'm coming out with a whole new look, and it's fly, and it's sexy, and it's whatever, right? And so, what, how would you expect your husband to take that, unannounced in particular, right? Just like boom, new look, makeover. What would you expect the reaction to be?
Well, I know what the reactions have been,
Oh,
right? And so, oh, this is say out. I just want to make sure we
y'all
were
out
still
here?
alive. Still alive.
Okay.
I know what people say, right? And
Mm-hmm.
that then kind of causes a problem. So, a lot of people say if a woman makes a dramatic change to her hair, her appearance, her
Mm-hmm.
outfit, or whatever, that she may be cheating.
Whoa, really? Do people
Yeah,
say that?
yeah, people say that she may be cheating or seeking attention of other people. So
Mm-hmm.
it could signal both. It could be you're not paying enough attention to me. So now I'm going to make this change to get your attention or get the attention of somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you were getting at?
Um,
No?
kind of sort. I mean, well, not the necessarily the cheating thing. I think a
Oh.
dramatic change in appearance.
Hi, Michelle.
Hey, Michelle.
Mm-hmm.
I think a dramatic change in appearance for some
Mm-hmm.
men, if they're being honest, that
Mm-hmm.
dramatic change, it doesn't even necessarily have to be that the intent is like cheating, right?
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, it's I mean, I'll be honest. I mean, nobody else be honest. I mean, I'm like, I could be that dude. Like, you know what? I mean, I don't. Maybe I'm like a little. I'm like not. Taking care of. I'm not like paying the attention I need to pay. But I don't want nobody else paying attention either, right? And so it's like now, oh my goodness, now okay, that's a whole different outfit. That's a whole different look. And so I think some dudes, if they're being honest, it'll put them a little bit on the defensive. Some guys a whole lot on the defensive,
Mm.
right? And
Mm.
now, I mean, me, I'm just on the defensive all the time anyway. And so it doesn't really matter, right? And yeah, I'm that dude. I know if y'all, a lot of y'all don't necessarily see that dude, but I'm that dude for
Yeah.
real. So,
He really
not
is.
jealous, crazy dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he is.
Jealous, crazy dude, right?
He is
So,
that. He is. Yeah.
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 But,
So how far does it go, right? So we said Mike checked in with me to see if I was okay with it, and there have been times when I've checked in with him, and I've gotten the sense that he may not always be 100% in. I mean, I'm not going to him for hair tips. However, I mean, because he grew up with two sisters and a mom, there were times when he would say some things where I'm like, how do you know that? Like what? For example, and you over there shaking your head,
I mean, I don't
yes.
even know where you going
I
with that.
mean, like I don't know. I mean, like perms and flat irons and curling irons
Yeah, I mean, I'm familiar with all that. Yes. I mean,
and hot combs
techniques
and
and
techniques
safety
and
measures, what to do.
yeah.
But what I don't really, I'm sorry,
What?
you almost got me going to a different direction.
Okay.
But I mean, so yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I recognize, indeed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that's
Well, here's the answer, Victoria. Here's my answer for Mike, and
what's
here's my answer for everybody. Right? Hi, Lakeish. Welcome
what's
back.
what's what's Victoria's
Why
question?
you getting what you getting all fancy for?
Oh,
I'm
she
getting
said,
fancy for you.
oh yeah, and so right, and so I'm sure.
Yes.
Oh, we right. That's the whole. I'm getting this is for you or whatever, and it's
Yeah,
like
this is for you.
yeah,
Yeah. But
yeah.
do you believe it?
I mean, I believe it for the most part. I honestly think that a lot of times it's probably for you as much as it is for me,
Well,
in my
and
opinion.
sometimes that's the truth.
Maybe, in
Sometimes
fact,
it's
maybe
just for me.
I was gonna say maybe even more so, right? Like just for
Right.
you, and I'm just I'm a rider alonger.
Well, here, let's okay. Since we're being real, right? Let's
Uh,
get all the way real,
oh,
right?
let's go.
So I go to the hairdresser.
Hmm.
I get my hair done. I'm trying to be cute for you.
Hmm.
I come home, and I'm like feeling myself, right? Because I'm all cute.
Hmm.
What happens?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. When you like it.
When I like it,
Yes.
I mean, I'm like, hey, that's nice. I like that. I mean,
Right. And then what?
what? Are you talking about? I try to push up on you. Is that what you're about to say?
Yes.
No, after the come on, after the hair. I mean,
Yes. So that is a real problem,
that is a
right?
real compliment. That is a
You
real.
no,
It's
it's a
not.
foul.
It's
No,
a
because
foul.
it's like you spend money, you go get your hair done. The last thing you want is for somebody to be messing your hair up because they appreciate the way you look.
You just gotta like. You gotta like. like stroke with the grain of the. Oh, I said stroke, but I didn't mean that. Like y'all are like you trying to make it seem like I mean, but
What I'm saying is, for some people, that's a real issue. So, oh, as a matter of fact, I was at my hairdresser recently. I took Morgan to get her hair trimmed. That's my youngest daughter, for anybody who doesn't know. But I took Morgan to get her hair trimmed, and there was a movie on Netflix.
mm-hmm.
And I think it was called Straightened or something like that.
The Victoria is like
Right.
is wild out right now.
Don't touch me. Yes. So, yeah, okay. I reserved that comment for the after hours. Let's talk.
Oh, okay.
But the movie was Straightened. I think it was Sanaa Lathan. And when she was a little girl, her mother would straighten her hair, and it was this whole thing, right? And so I thought it was really interesting. Oh,
Do it.
Go Daniel, go Team Daniel.
Do it. I just recommend do it soon because in the wintertime it takes a lot longer to get that tan to blend in. So
anyway, so this woman was grown, dating somebody, and her mother would come over to do her hair so that she would wake up, or he would wake up and she would look flawless. I mean, it went to the extreme, right? She was really wrapped around the axle over this hair. So after her mother snuck into the house, flat ironed her hair in the kitchen, she goes and sneaks back in the bed as if she was just waking up. He's looking at her like, how is it possible that you wake up perfect? And so, like I was just describing, that leads to other things, right?
But yeah.
And so then he's saying good morning, and then he's getting all, and she's like, okay, like reach up there like you want, like do this again. Yeah. She's like, that thing there had me cracking up. I'm like, seriously, and she just kept on, she kept on. Oh, Napoli ever after.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yes. Celebrate those locks. So so my point is, if you just tuned in, that sometimes you're in a quandary, right? You wanna look good, you wanna do something that makes you feel good, and you want your husband to appreciate. And I'm speaking for the women, and you can chime in, but you want your husband to appreciate you and to say, hey, you look good. But then it's like, it's not. No, it wasn't Napoli Ever After. It was another one. I think it was called Straightened. It was on Netflix. I thought you were saying Napoli Ever After. But anyway, I'm pretty sure it was called Straightened. But anyway, maybe it was Napoli Ever After. It's Sanaa Lathan.
Oh, my goodness.
What? So if you just joined us, what I was talking about is the quandary between looking good but then looking too good, because then looking too good is going to lead to some loving, and then you have to start all over again.
I mean, listen, okay, let's, if we're being real about it.
Yeah.
Everybody, men, y'all can back me up on this. Frankly, it just does not matter.
What doesn't matter?
Hair done, hair not done. It doesn't matter.
Is that right?
It doesn't.
To you.
And so
it doesn't matter.
When your hair is done, I mean, it's just like, hey, wow, that looks nice, but I'm not.
Daniel Jarvis, doesn't matter.
They're gonna say no because it does not matter. It can be done, not done. You could grow some locks from now to 2000, whatever. Like, girl, come get my finger stuck in them locks. It'll be so. It doesn't matter. So I mean, I know because what happens is you come in, it's like, oh yeah, I'm sexy today. I'm about to, and so you kind of receive that look that you always get as that look. It's that look. It was that look when you left to go get your hair done in the first place.
No, it's different. Okay. It's different. It's a little bit more predatory. Oh,
see? Nope. Told you.
Okay.
Here.
Here. Okay, Daniel. Okay. Now you did understand that question to me, that what your wife does with her hair does not matter to you.
He understands it.
I'm just checking.
Now you're offending the man.
I'm not.
He understands exactly what the question
I'm
is
just checking.
about.
Okay. So, hey, I appreciate that. Mm-hmm. So let's go to the other part of this. Yep. Since we were all over that one, and who's on top? Scarves. Oh.
Probably mess hair up anyway. Thank you.
Oh, wow.
The defense rests, Your Honor.
Thank you,
That
sir.
is it.
Thank you for that. Okay, so let's go
Indeed.
to
Mm-hmm.
scarves.
Scarves. What about them?
Scarves, wraps, rollers,
Oh,
do
wait a minute.
rags.
Okay, whoa. Slow
What?
down. I mean,
It's not just all women. Scarves, wraps, rollers, do rags, stocking caps.
I may have to draw the line at rollers. There's some danger in rollers. I may have to draw the line.
Ooh, oh,
But it matters to the women.
oh,
Jarvis, I don't care if it has. I'm just trying to be loved.
I'm thinking.
Be loved, isn't
Oh,
love.
that's so sweet.
Yes, sir. Speak it, Jarvis.
You're
exactly.
so sweet, Jarvis.
And so, but I do have to. I mean, rollers just seems like it's almost like a helmet or something. It's accessories, and it's like too much going. I can't do.
Right.
Anyway,
Says a man
but we're getting. I think we're getting a little bit outside of the
well,
point.
we're talking about hair.
Okay.
But you wanted to make some other points before we get that. But that's good. Oh, yes.
To be loved. Yes, sir.
We knew what you meant.
Indeed.
We knew what you meant. That's good. Good. So,
but I think
accessories.
Well, I think this
nightly accessories.
Oh, nightly accessories.
Mm-hmm. Is it an issue?
Depends.
Is it a turn off? That's the question.
It depends.
It depends. Oh, what say you? Okay, be honest. Tell us more.
It depends on how I'm supposed to keep my hair silky fresh without a scarf.
Satin pillowcase.
Listen, I mean, scarves are really not an issue because, I mean, even the scarf thing, it's like the thing that you wear around your head. You like
Wait
Prince.
a minute. No, whenever I wear a scarf,
it's not an issue.
I get something. I don't get Prince. Well, you either make a comment about looking like Prince, looking like
or that old buddy on the Proud Family.
baby brother on the Proud Family.
He's an older brother.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, and he's talking to from the Proud Family. You know that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Scarf to go to sleep, but not for bed. I think I know what you mean.
Oh wow!
And looking like freaking Shrek. Oh my goodness, that is hilarious. Okay, so what?
You go to bed as a princess and wake up as an ogre. What's she saying?
I mean, I don't know. We might need to get Victoria to call in with that.
What about yes, yeah? Oh, so we think we have cracked the code on our call-in feature. So we're gonna test it out with you guys tonight. So we're gonna put the phone. I'm gonna put the phone number up there. It's gonna say Wendy Perry, and it'll be a phone number, and then you guys can give us a call if you want for your comments. So
do it quick. We're getting close to that time.
Scarf to go to sleep, but not for bed.
I think I know what you mean.
What does he mean?
Well, time to go to bed is not necessarily time to go to sleep.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
Did you put the number up?
No, I was waiting on that. Okay. So, satin pillowcase. That's what I said.
What about satin pillowcase?
She said, how am I supposed to go, how to keep my hair silky fresh without a scarf?
Jarvis have a separate life for her. She's over the top.
Yes.
Indeed.
And we love her. She keeps us going.
Bedtime is not always sleep time. That's right.
It's also not TV time, phone time, laptop time, or reading time. Sometimes. Right? Isn't that what you say, baby?
That is, yeah. Are we going to keep this?
No.
We're going to record. Yeah, but okay, get rid of the TVs out of your bedroom. If you have a television in your bedroom, or if you have your laptop, or your phone, or your tablet, and that's a routine thing, I challenge you to think back to a time when you didn't have those devices. What were you doing? I'm just curious. And what do you do now by comparison? That's just for fun. You don't have to tell us, but I want you all to talk about that. What did we do? What did that look like before we brought all that stuff into the bedroom? Mm-hmm. And what does it look like now?
Oh, and children. Mm-hmm. Children are not and the Bible says this. It says the marriage bed cannot be defiled
Oh, she said,
except by children.
yeah, exactly. Get those
No children
kids
in the bed.
out of the bedroom, people.
Yeah,
Stop it.
she says he's saying don't wear a scarf in the boom boom room. Oh my goodness, the boom boom
Lord.
room. I thought that was like, yeah,
I've
okay,
never
in the
heard that
boom boom
term, but
room.
I like it.
Oh,
So I hit Jarvis with the rock. Sorry, Jarvis. I mean, the rock had to be thrown.
oh,
So taking
yes,
the TV out tonight. I'm telling you,
yeah. It'll change
I
your
will
life.
guarantee you, okay, guarantee or your money back that
Yes.
taking electronics out of the bedroom, it will change your life if you're
Mm-hmm.
committed to it. The TV in particular, well, I
Oh,
say that, but now the phone, all that stuff is just what?
he says, wait, the TV. I thought we were friends, Mike.
Hey, you know what? I am. Trust me on. Trust
So
me.
the last thing you should watch on your TV before it gets removed from your room is y'all.
I don't know if they ain't ready. Come back. Come back for the inside marriage after
After
hours.
hours.
Hashtag not ready. So
Hashtag
anyway,
not ready.
but
So
but
okay.
I think this whole idea this idea of appearance. I mean, all
Mm-hmm.
jokes aside, because we got to get ready to wrap this thing up. Is
Yes.
that we really got to ask ourselves, what we care about and why we care about it. In
Mm-hmm.
terms of appearance, because a lot of people get really hung up on things like hair. You change your clothes. You put on some weight. You drop some weight. You had surgery. I mean, there's all these things that are going on, and so I think it's important to
Mm-hmm.
really be um, on the same sheet of music, on one accord, dare I say, about a lot of these things. There's a reason why I asked Wendy, before I cut my hair. I mean, it's my hair, right? I can go and cut
Mm-hmm.
it when I feel like it. But that's right, I'm a grown man. I can cut my hair when I doggone well please. But I
Mm-hmm.
did ask Wendy this time. Right? Because it's something simple as that. I mean, that's part of who I am, but it's part of who we are as well. And so before I do anything dramatic, I'm gonna check in with her. You know,
Yeah.
um,
And I mean, I think it makes sense before you do anything dramatic to check in because a surprise is a surprise, but a surprise
mhm.
sometimes is not received the way you intended.
Right. Now,
And well,
now, I say all that right, but I fully understand that Wendy will often check in with me, and then she'll just go and do whatever she's gonna do in the first place.
well, okay, but I do check in. I check in, and sometimes he doesn't have an opinion about it. Where I might want him to have an opinion, but hey, it's all good. So here's one thing that I didn't get a chance to say: no do rags and no stocking caps. Lord have mercy. I just,
What?
whew,
Oh,
it wasn't
right.
there at the beginning. That should not creep in over time. That is something that you need to have a discussion about
It
because I
wasn't.
can't do it. I can't go back to good
It wasn't
times.
there in the beginning because I had no hair.
Yeah, but
And then when I went back to the do rag, it was just like,
I mean, it's like a do
where's
rag.
my purse?
It's like
What is
having on a
wrong?
stocking cap with a knot on it on the top.
Oh yeah,
Like somebody
that's what you did.
cut off a pantyhose
You
leg.
know what? Mama, forgive me, but like back in the day, my mom, I used to use I used to make stocking caps. I sneak in there, grab some stockings, like tie them backwards, cut them. I
Yes,
tried to find some with runs in them, but
no.
couldn't find. And plus, if you had a run in it too, it didn't like lay down. It didn't lay down right, so you had to like do it. But then all of a sudden,
No.
waistbands couldn't. You
See,
had to like tie an extra little
as
piece
we
to make it tight.
digress.
Anyway, sorry.
So, what is this? What are we saying? Right? What we're saying is that there should be some agreement about. Well, first there should be a discussion, and the discussion should be about what we value the most in each other. And I would dare say that hair would not be one of those things. It should not be one of those things. So once you have that discussion, an open, honest discussion about do you care what I'm doing with my hair? Or, what did you interpret this hair change to mean? Is it signaling or signifying something else? I mean, I think those are good things to talk about.
Mhm.
But We got to remember why we're in this. And, you know, while he looks good to me and he's always been, and I've told him he was perfect for me. He's not perfect, but he's perfect for me. That continues. One thing that I know to be true is that when we follow what God's plan is for our marriage, for whatever reason, our eyes see what we saw when we met.
That's
No
true.
matter how much we
Isn't
change.
that weird, right? Because you look at pictures like, holy smokes, we have changed a lot. But like, as I sit here real time, I swear to you, she is like the exact girl I married.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? And so then there were some
That's crazy.
things, you know,
I
that
mean,
I've
it's not
heard
that
over
crazy.
it. I mean, yeah, it is. But some things that I've heard over the years that kind of changed my perspective a little bit. And Mike kind of touched on it, but we're not going to talk about it because we don't have a whole lot of time left. But Cat Williams talking
Are you
about
about to
stretch
quote
marks.
Cat
I
Williams?
am, because this was profound. And he was
Okay.
like, stretch marks. He's like, ladies, stretch marks mean either you were big and you got small or you were small and you got big. We don't care about stretch marks. And I'm like, you know what? That's probably right. And then Chrissy Teigen said on a commercial, I earn these tiger stripes. And I'm like, yes, I earn mine too. Change the way that you think. Embrace who you are, they'll embrace who you are. Love yourself, and then you are more lovable.
And
Right.
if uh, if you're not embracing who your wife is, who your husband is, honestly, check yourself. Because um, ultimately, this, what we're wrapped in, this is just, this is what we're wrapped in. I mean, we really, if we love people, we love the person, right, that we met, like their heart, right, the person.
Mm-hmm.
But the rest of that stuff will take care of itself, right? And so you really got to, right, love purely if you're married.
Yes.
So
Yes.
because hey, things change. One thing is almost a guarantee: if you stay married, the person that you met, well, they're gonna change.
Oh, yeah.
The person that you know today or in 10, 20 years, they won't be the same person.
They won't.
And so, I mean, and probably a good thing too,
Yeah.
because so you can kind of gracefully mature together.
Together. And
Yeah,
that's the key. Embracing each other and loving each other at each step. So grab that picture again so we can close out with that. So
okay.
thank you guys for tuning in for some real talk inside marriage. Again, we'll be back next Monday right here on our Okie Grove Married Couples page. And this is Mike and Wendy 98, Mike and
98,
Wendy
baby.
2018. So
But boy,
until next week,
I
have a
was
blessed week.
really slim. Look at that. Look at this. That's crazy.
That's it.
Okay. Oh,
Bye.
are we saying bye? All
We're
right.
saying bye.
Bye, y'all.